friends and family, a warm welcome to you all. Thank you so much for joining us here in Anaba's Kitchen today. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Today's menu presents spinach stew, Ghanaian style, shwegum potogum style. Yes, so let's begin, friends. So with the ingredients, I'm using some leftover ingredients, some frozen ingredients, some canned ingredients, starting with this frozen spinach. And I also have in here some cured meats and cowhide. And then I have smoked herrings and some mackerel as well as some mushrooms. And then over here I have some crushed tomatoes. And then I have some onions which I've cut into big chunks to garnish later. And then in this next bowl here I have my cured fermented fish, ginger and garlic paste, some scotch bonnet chilies that I've chopped finely or minced finely, as well as some onions. And then in here is some canned mackerel in tomato sauce. So let's begin cooking. So my pan goes on the medium heat, and then I pour in some palm oil, and that's the choice of oil I'm using today because I want that authentic flavor. And then I pour in my sliced onions, the cured fish, the ginger and garlic paste, as well as the finely minced scotch bonnet chilies. Now I'm also adding in my cured meat as well as the cowhide, which has been parboiled, so it'll cook rather quickly in this dish here. So it's always good if you're going to use your cowhide, boil it separately, so you get the same tenderness as the rest of the meats in there. And the cured meat is actually beef brisket. So I cured some beef briskets in a strong brine solution. And the Ghana people in Ghana call this kind of meat beefy. All right, so it's just salted beef. So I will combine everything by stirring. The pot is still on medium heat, and then I'm going to cover the pot and let it cook through for about 10 minutes. All right, so that way the meat gets cooked through, the ingredients get caramelized, and then the flavors get intensified. All right, so 10 minutes later we come back and stir again, and as the ingredients caramelize, there will be a reduction that will happen, and this is what really maximizes the flavors for you. All right, so the onions will almost disintegrate for you, and that's what you're really going for. I cover it again, give it about 3 more minutes, then I come back and add the next ingredient. So we've been cooking approximately 15 minutes, and now we're going to add the tomatoes. So that goes in, and of course we have to stir everything. Now the tomatoes, as you can see, has a lot of broth, tomato broth in there. So we're going to reduce the mixture now at this point, stir to combine. And due to the presence of the tomato broth, we're actually going to add our dry fish in here. So our herrings are smoked and dried. We're going to add that, including the mushrooms. And these are just white mushrooms which have been cleaned and halved. All right. So pour those in, then the juices in the tomatoes as well as all the flavors in the pot will penetrate the ingredients you just added, and that will cook it through, soften it, tenderize it, and there'll be an exchange of flavors which would be just out of this world. And I also have some leftover baked chicken, so that's the last ingredient I just added and stirred in. This is shwegum potogum style, which is literally translated as crush and pour it all into one pot. Our mothers adopted this style of cooking in order to avoid waste in the kitchen. So here we go, and you'll be surprised as to the level of flavor that you'll be able to pack into this one pot of stew. So we cover the pot after introducing the chicken and let it cook an extra 5 minutes, just so that all the ingredients in there become unified. And you see also that the palm oil has settled now on the top, so our tomatoes have reduced nicely. Our dried herrings have also become rehydrated. The flavors have become unified, and the aroma is now intoxicatingly deep. This is now the time to add your spinach. I am using frozen spinach that I thawed. You can use your fresh, but I feel in this case here, which I'm trying to go for volume, you get more volume with the frozen spinach, and it's just as fresh and it's just as nutritious too. So you want to stir it gently, and that way you're able to combine all the ingredients. The last thing that I'm going to be adding here before I cover the pot to let it continue to cook is my mackerel in tomato sauce. So you see all the volume, and I know you can also see the flavor, the depth of flavor here. All right, I use everything to cook this stew except throwing in my kitchen sink, and I have great flavor. This dish will be awesome with some boiled yams, some boiled potatoes, steamed rice. You can even have it on its own. And you notice that we did not add any salt because the cured meats as well as the fermented cured fish have salt in them. So yeah, even despite the volume of the stew, we still don't need to add any salt. I have tasted and the salt is just there. It's perfect. All right, so when you cover the pot, you come back in about 5 minutes. Here's what you have. Garnish with your onions, and voila, you are ready to serve. Now you want to go ahead and turn your stove off because you don't want to cook the crunchiness and the freshness out of these onions. You want them to stay crunchy, fresh, and fragrant. Yes, it is lovely to bite into these crunchy onions when you're having it with whatever you choose to have it with. There it is. That's all she wrote, friends. I served it today with some steamed rice. Just look at flavor here. Thank you so much for watching, friends and family. Hope you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, which I am pretty sure you did. Something nourishing and satisfying for you and your family to indulge in. Now, friends, please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Share, subscribe, click on that notification bell, and make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen.